There we go. Let me quickly get this set up first, since it's just sending in a few messages. I am in the streaming channel for this one. I'm usually on this server. It's usually the other one. Just let me get these two quickly sent out. This one should auto-notify. Yep, that's on. Hey, chat quiz actually said something. It pretty much never does that. There we go, that just Twitch pinged. Don't worry about putting in that one. Just one's all that's needed. There we go. I think that should be everything good. Yep, looks like it. Okay, get that popped up. I do notice a little lag on my end. I really should get like a little desk or something here because the way I have to sit. Let's see, I think that's almost everything set up and ready. Yeah, let me quickly just check Task Manager. Okay, yeah, being in a call in the background is taking up a lot of memory. That stream, the big thing's Opera, Jesus. Opera's taking up a lot. I'll close this tab. There, that's saving a little memory. Let me check this other tab now. Anything I can quickly close? No, that's important to keep open. Hit this. I want to make sure everything's set up and ready before we fully start. I think everything's good, though. Yeah, it's mostly Opera that's taking up a lot more. I have to keep it open for you guys on the hydrate side of things. I guess I could close these extra ones. I just have to keep the channel dashboard open. There, that's only 3 Opera tabs. Not the best, but that should definitely help. There we go. Close that. And now that means we can switch over to this. Wait one second, let me actually make sure Frosty Tools is finally saying something. Okay, on stream when Frosty Tool finally is activated, the bottom left side, it'll be right next to the viewer count. Well, is there anything next to me? No, I'm gonna move that next to me quickly. There we go. It's to the left of me, and you guys are above me. Yep, and this. Please tell me if the music is too loud in the background. That's something very important to know. I've tried turning it as low as I can without only hearing it on one side. There we go. Okay, someone physically bought that. This is a completely free-to-play server. You can do cosmetic stuff or shiny boosts, but shiny boosts are everyone. But yes, this is unfortunately cloud. They didn't raise the cloud height. God, this sounds way too loud for me. 1 second, there's gonna be an echo, and I apologize about that, but I need to check this. Okay, it's not as loud as I thought. Yeah, that's honestly quieter than I expected. For me, it's loud. But yeah, you guys can probably see, I already have a team setup of Glamora, Hydreigon, Stardust, my shiny Minior, Sableye, which is Hydreigon's minion. Unique to Cobblemon, it's not shown here, but this is a full Netherite Stash Goldango. And my favorite Mon, Terra the Terrapagos. Love this little dude. There is a gym system in this. I have done some of them, you'll see when I go to my house in a moment. But I'm waiting for the ability to retry the Ice Leader. The Psychic Leader is busy actively, so I'm not able to do that one. And then there's these others which I have to wait for them to go online. This is either, I think they're one of the owners, but them and Sage, which is another owner, is on vacation. I can go to my home now. Here is the home. All of these are the badges I've gotten. The Medical Gym Badge, Gym Leader Tangy, Normal Gym Badge, Leader Ellis, who is currently online. She has gone AFK though. The AFK happens automatically if it's just sitting there, or you can do it manually. The Poison Badge, which is Mantis for the leader. Safari is the Dragon Gym Leader. I don't think this person's on either. Yeah, they're not on. Gladgill is the Steel Leader. Naven is the Dark Leader. And finally, someone I had a lot of trouble with. The Water Gym Leader says Flutterdash, but Flutterdash is actually just the bear right there at the bottom left of the tab. They keep Leader most of the time for their tab, but, well, they keep Trainer most of the time for their tab, and change it to Gym Leader when they're actively taking challenges or someone challenges them. There. So if any of you actually decide to join this server eventually, when you have the mod pack, which is, I think, Cobblemon Riders, you can have 2 Mons, 1 on each shoulder, and a physical mount to fly on. Minior is one of the ones that have a unique effect of giving slow falling and jump 2. I don't think anyone else does, since most of them have been turned off. There's also free cam. You will get in trouble if you abuse it, though. It's just for getting different views and the like. So, in the time that I haven't been streaming this, which is a lot, I've gotten all the gems, which you can only get from raids and bosses. I still need these, which you can craft all of them. Well, not all of them. I can't craft the flying beak. Most of them can be crafted. Oh, you get stone cutting deep slate. But I need those and the berries you find or get through mutations. Trims. I know what I want to trim my armor, I just don't have the trims. And then just some unique stuff. Fossil Machine. This one has little plushies of all the Pokemon. There's a shop that gives you stuff like Moonball, pop figures, and the like. And furniture mod. So, yes, you can place stuff on the shelves. I really should quickly drop these off. Well, that's the dark gem. I'm gonna swap that with the dragon now. And Nether Star. These are actually really important to get multiple of, because you use them for a lot of the items. The Zygarde Cube, which you cannot buy from the shop. You can buy Wishing Stars, Mega Stones, and the Mask, but it is so much cheaper just to craft them. It is good that you can craft a lot of the needed items in this. Most of this stuff you get from bosses or raids, so it is very helpful. There is active events. Right now, the town doesn't have an official name. But, oh yeah, that does happen. I turned off fog. So because of this game, the render distance, that's going to happen for a while until more is built. But over there is the Psychic Gym, which I still need to fight. But if I can actually jump up here. No, I could jump up that. Yeah, this is the town. No official name yet. But I definitely like this town. And my favorite part of the town. This got added after my house because I realized the pasture block will spawn the bigger ones down here. So, Sleeping Shin Ninja, Sleeping Dratini, which is the best one, and these Magikarps, which I keep having to shove into the pond. In case anyone's wondering, these Magikarps, I see people hopping, joining and leaving instantly. I'm going to turn this down more on my end also. There, it's a little quieter on my end. Let me increase that back up to negative 25 decibels. There we go. Hopefully that's a little better. Yeah, there's this. I want to check that. I've never actually looked at that. Let's see. How do I pull up the frosty stuff? I think it's just pulling up my Twitch channel. I do have it set so the stream's gonna, well, not stream. It's not the stream lagging, it's the game lagging because I'm not tapped in. This is the first time I'm actually seeing that activate. Okay, it's 500 to to start a quiz. I definitely would not have set that at 500. Well, unfortunately, that's never going to activate for a while. Okay. There we go, back in. There's a lot of unique stuff here. I am going to be having a little calmer stream today because I need to find where I want to build my eventual gym. Oh yeah, that happens. The big names especially. Okay, those are everyone's placed in people's houses. I just have to stay zoomed in. Right now, we're going to be teleporting to the dark... Where is it? Over here. We're going to be teleporting over here to the dark gym. Its town doesn't have a name either. But I want to check this area. Because based on how the land's built around this, it could fit a dragon den very well. Really should zoom in a little, keep that from glitching. We're gonna wait until day before we do that. I should place this down somewhere. Yes, you all can see the chat. No, not chat. But still, you guys can see the chat. I can see chat. The main thing is you can see coordinates on the side. There is claims on stuff, so even though you can see coordinates, it doesn't make much of a difference. You can't touch stuff in the areas. I would buy that, but I just do not have enough. But yeah, a bunch of stuff. There's a GTS, so you can put up items. Unless you pull it out, it sits up here permanently. Pokemon have a timer on how long they can stay in. I think it's 50 hours. It's either 50 hours or 2 days. Yeah, that stand slot should be put somewhere. What's my balance? It's only 350. I'm one of the lowest on the server because I'm one of the newer ones that I needed to make my team. Yeah, there is a lot of items. I think I can put a banner on my thing. My elytra, that's what I was forgetting. Oh yeah, these are gonna disappear soon. The candies. Like I said, they're gonna disappear soon. Max X. Let's see, I actually need to finish leveling up all my mons. They're all pretty high in level. Wait, 1 second, do I? I need under level 75 for the Dragonair raids. Okay, Dragonite I can use for those. Are you streaming? Yeah, I just started. Cool, good luck. I don't know that person on a personal level. I don't feel a need to grab those yet. there's some other stuff here, like the global hunts. When these activate, you're only allowed to turn the stuff that you caught after it activated. Yeah, that's kind of why I made this as streaming. I always forget how to spell. Yeah, that's something I'm very specific with. If you don't want to be streamed, then you don't need to be streamed. That's simple. I make it obvious I'm streaming. If you don't want to be streamed, don't be around me. Like, not around me in general, but at the time. The big thing, this is one of the event mods, Leafeon. I could take it out normally to get my mods EXP, but they don't need EXP and looting. I don't know if they're gonna drop it. They did not. They're not guaranteed to drop stuff, but like Leafeon could drop leaf stones. Let me go place this back in my home and we can start searching. I accidentally forgot to put in the second part, but you can see the things I have marked. I'm doing this so wrong. No, not /home. There we go. I am not doing great at streaming. Special attack, defense, special defense. Oh, my deck does not like how I'm sitting. There, how I have stuff sitting, I have to either be on my back feet arched downwards or on my stomach arched upwards. Yeah, it's not the most comfortable, but it's gonna be stuck like that for a while. If you ever see someone like punching a mon with their bare hand like this, it's them petting it. That should be obvious. Why is Tyron spinning? That is adorable. And Quaxwell, this is not my starter. I started with Poplio turned Prismarina. But well, this is my gym team. So if anyone, it won't happen for a while because seasons. I'm obviously not a gym member because I wasn't playing at the start of this gym season. I can actually go show the Psychic Gym first. How far is the Dark Gym? I was RTP'd here before when going that way, but I've teleported around. Fuecoco and Tepe are down there. Here you go, the Psychic Gym. yes, I know that it doesn't really look psychic. One, I didn't make this. And two, it's supposed to match the town, which... more desert thing. It fits stuff like a path route well. Also, I don't... yeah, right there. Queen Esper. Quickly check. I don't think I had it marked. Yeah, it was not marked. Actually, Temp 2. Okay, I did have it marked. It's Temp 2. Another skin. This was already here before I joined. Yeah, the town still doesn't have a name, but... now you can see the Dark Gem. I really like the look of it. It's actually a stage. Those are just wild ones running around. Like if someone comes on, join, and fights the Dark Gym leader, who is not on, you would spawn around here, and you would fight the gym leader here. I like the look. Toxicity isn't both like expected, but instead of Rillaboom, they did Coffee Gregus. I really like that. But I think it's in this direction. Yeah, let's go check the area. Up. Another reason why I always have the menu on me, I accidentally pressed right click instead of T. Yeah. Those two are important questions. Okay, yeah, straight in this direction. The Cobblemon mod pack? Lavender Isles has their own mod pack. It's not too much different, but it's some unique textures like those. Sooner or later, I need to go put this up there. I definitely like this look. One very important thing, I usually recommend moderate with this server's mod pack, because it is the easiest way of getting this working. So, I would be in an old growth if it works. Why did this... yes, turn repeat on. I am not a fast enough typer for those. Especially because I have to move my hands to be able to. Oh, let's see, this is a good area. It already looks pretty decent. That's lit up, though. Based on the way that's lit up. Yeah, that's someone's place. Whose is this? This dude's very likely to get muted. I'm really wondering who this person's house is. There's claim. They don't have a claim on. Why don't they have a claim? Okay, don't do what this person is. Always have a claim. Alright? Like, this is something big. Always claim your stuff. Because a new player can and very likely will stumble upon it. Yeah, this could have been a pretty good place, especially over there. I'm gonna be honest, if that is a good area, I'm gonna really like that. Just a random person's unclaimed house. I don't know why they still didn't claim that. Based on the spot. I think it's about... Yeah, it's right here. Oh, no. Oh, it's slightly hidden from the direction I was coming from. That looks really cool. Okay, so there's a single wall in the way of the geode. I'm being honest, I would have loved to have this area as my base. Not even my base, just where the gym would be. Because this is an amazing cave. It's like one of the best looking underground caves I've seen. It goes so far. I could have easily had some kind of a challenge using these long, extensive caves. Probably be one like find your way out. That would have been really cool to do. But, so, because that one person's house, I won't be able to make use of this. Yeah, that's the thing. One person's house will instantly break ideas. Because this would have been amazing to have a gym in. But I just can't because it's one person's place. Well, let's get back in the skies. I wish that person didn't have that there. That would have been an amazing spot to build a base. I don't even know if that person still plays. But it's something there, it's not claimed. And even though it's not claimed, it's still someone's base. I can't build too close to someone else's place. That would have been even better because it's an enclosed area. Well, we're just gonna have to find somewhere else. Annoying, but what can you do? The only way that I wouldn't have to worry about that is if it was claimed. Why is there? That's just an above ground geode. Well, it's RTP. We're probably gonna sit on the ocean side of stuff. There's just a random rowlet. Where is it? I want that rowlet. There's the bird. Wait, there's two rowlets. Why is... Oh, that's a hoot. That's a hoot, not a rowlet. I don't think the hunt's for this. Yeah, no, it's not. I still need one, though. Jesus, Rowlet, stay in the ball. I don't trust my team to not one-shot you. This is taking longer than I thought. We can continue searching for a good gym area after this is done. This is just taking a while. Okay, let's try Quick Ball. Unlike old Pixelmon, you have to be in battle to actually use these. And this is the current event, Wooloo. Yes, it's on a witch's broom. There, back to sitting. Ah, I want that Halloween Mimikyu. Some of the raids you can catch. This one's one that you can't. Okay. If the raid specifies like a gimmick, you get a gimmick item for sure. All you need to do to get rewards is just deal at least some damage. And for newbies, I will be giving dragon types to any newbie who does what I'm planning on doing with my gym, is having a trial area. So before you actually start fighting the gym leaders, you can do a trial fight. So you wouldn't get an actual gym badge if you win. It's a thing so you can practice the gym battle. I purposely not use a legendary. Probably, I wouldn't limit my mons. I would do weaker variants of my stuff. a 2-stage dragon. Well, not a 2-stage, but middle evolution. For the very rare person who's watching this before joining the SMP, get a Glamora. They are very helpful because Stealth Rock, Mortal Spin, if you get hit by a physical move, you auto spikes. Remember to tell me if the music's too loud, please. This is raids. The raids are one of the simplest things. It's more just how much can you beat the boss compared to everyone else. I honestly say it's a simpler version of Dynamax Adventure. Well, not Adventures. The Dynamax raids. They don't have shields or anything. It's specifically deal as much damage to the boss as you can. Pretty simple, but a lot of people join the raids if it's not one of the low levels. If it's a beginner raid, it's more likely to just be you and one to two other people. If it's not a beginner, expect people to clump on it. Recommendation I got from someone else: strong mons with priority. Okay, I just got 2 gems. Well, easy way if you ever teleport for raids or like TP to someone. Slash back. As long as you don't get teleported around at all, instantly back to where you were. Well, let's keep searching. Did I spawn next to another person's base? If that's not a base, we're checking that out. And this isn't the worst area. That's someone's base. Whose base is this? Oh, it's Shin's base? Do you know whose... Wait, let me... There. Do you know whose base is hidden under here? That unclaimed house? It's close to the Dark Gym. I was kind of wanting to build near the back of it, but I realized, yeah, someone's there. Thank you. Yeah, there is no claim on that base. There's signs of people talking back and forth through them, but I didn't want to build in there because even though there is no claim, there's someone's base is there, even though it would have worked amazingly for a gym. Well, since this is Shin's base, I'm not even going to worry about checking out that cave right there. It's too close. Oh, that is a good-looking opening. Let's RTP again. This is not the best area. It's way too flat for a good cave opening. Well, we're just gonna follow this river for a bit until I can TP again. No, it's just... Okay, it's not a full ocean. How long is it? I think it's a maybe a 4 or 5 minute. Yeah, this is not the best area. It is so flat. Oh, definitely don't go downwards. Let's go this way. That could work, but I really don't like the area around it. For me, it either needs to be more icy, tropical, or forest or rainforest. Let me quickly mending my stuff while we're here. Then we can quickly capture Kamala. Anyone who plans on joining, 50% of the dex finishes means you get a Magearna. 100% of the dex means you get a shiny Magearna. It's pretty much the same thing as Pokemon Home. Okay. For a moment I thought no one was gonna get that, so I was able to type it in. Who? Oh, it's up there. I did not hit that in any way. There we go. I don't want us to be sitting here waiting on this. Throw 3 of these at most. I would give Time Unlimited a Dratini, but I don't have any extra at the moment. Well, let's at least see if it drops anything. Acacia log. Not the best, but max out my sticks. Not my... Max out the torches. Oh, that's a good looking cave. I just don't like the area around it. I guess I could shulk or moss it. Well, let's see what's over here. Does it stretch inwards at all? I'm taking these berries. No, it doesn't. So we're definitely not making use of this, even though that's a great looking opening. Why is there? I think someone was here. I don't think this would have naturally spawned. I don't think Generation changed that much between 1.21 and 1.16. That's been long enough. 17 seconds. A little more of a fly around than we cannot TP. Okay. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Oh, that is an amazing looking entrance. It's not as bad as terrain as over there. Still arid, but that actually looks pretty good. Does it stretch all the way through? It doesn't. This already looks amazing. Someone was here before. I don't see the entrance that they took. There's like a line on my map that told me someone was here. They mined straight through that way. Definitely save this location. This could be an amazing spot for a dragon's den. But the bad thing is, it is not a good outside location. I don't like the savannah on the outside. Why is someone... Okay, it's just a normal turtwig. Oh, Score Bunny. No, I'm not gonna grab any of those. Definitely set a temp home here. Temp cave. And RTP. Why do I keep fat fingering that? Okay, it's close to that deep dark. It's even more flat than the savannah was. Wait, why don't I just do this? Yes, I'm taking my craft tables with me. I'm not a monster. Not the worst area. We're grabbing that Vulpix. Why am I so bad at hitting these? There we go. Well, that's good. Nav, when was the last time the ice racing rink was used? Because I saw there was a warp to it. Where's that weird deer? There he is. Actually, Mortal Spin's perfect. Okay. That actually sounds fun. I did not do that great in the ice challenge. I did it first try, thankfully, but not by much. So I don't think I would do great at the ice rink. Oh, that's not my Hydreigon. I do not blame you. Jesus. That is like a perfectly straight cut. Well, world generation took a day off. Ooh, ice stone. Well, that could also be dawn. Oh, that's dawn. Well, time to evolve this little one. Yeah. I I would consider that world generation. If Xerneas, well, not Xerneas, if Zygarde was spelled with a U instead of a Z, that would be the signature move. Instead of Cornvorser making a Z, it's just a big U. I always thought that Gardevoir was the Sunstone look, while Gallade was the Moonstone, but no, it's the other way. Gallade gets the Sunstone look. Pretty sure the reason why I thought that, the first one I've seen of Gardevoir was shiny. Why do I keep bringing up Glamora? That's definitely not being used for the Dragon's Cave. Like, it's not the worst by a long shot, but it just doesn't feel right. I would like this area if there's a good spot around here. Let me just... Oh yeah, anyone who hasn't played on this server that's watching, the generated chests, they are constantly filled for you. So every person gets one looting of the chest. They don't automatically refill for the same person, but everyone gets their share of the loot from chests. Why did it... I do not understand what this is. Wait, iron? Oh, it's the iron golem. There's a Zorua down there. We can go catch that. But world generation. Why? Honestly, if I had a better mic, I'd probably say sneak attack when that was happening. That's gonna take damage. One big thing to worry about: if a chest, well, not a chest, if a boat or any like Pokeball puts a mon inside the wall when you're not fighting it, it will take damage. Well, if they don't go and get it, it's theirs. That's exactly how I see it. If you leave something in someone else's claim, and you don't go get it, it's kind of theirs now. Okay, I already had a Zoroark. Honestly, I don't really want to after the 530 plus catch combo I had to do to get Minior, but I would definitely catch combo for Zorua. Answer to this: boats will always stop despawns. Let's see if someone else types, because a mod could say different, but from what I've seen, they've always stopped despawns. Oh god, that was cursed. What is... Okay. That is now... a man. I'm throwing one ball and leaving. I'm not gonna catch that unless it gives to me first try. There's a Berserker. Oh, it's going back that way. Wait, is it underneath? It's underneath. No, wait. Hi, buds. Get in the ball. I have not seen this line at all yet. Definitely need this. You know what? Let's try this. If that doesn't work, then just Ultra Ball it. Okay. Quickly adjust on my PC. He looks like an actual statue. There we go. I actually need to evolve these mons. Wait, I have no primary ground types. Oh, it's only a small area. That's the grove. I guess I could check the cold shrubland down here. If that doesn't have a good area, then there's not going to be a decent enough one here. Since I need one that's in a wall. I don't care if it goes straight down afterwards, but at least the entrance needs to be in a wall. The way I'm having to sit, it's definitely not going well on my back. Okay, yeah, go this way. Hopefully it has a good piece. Nope, there's no entrance. Oh, wait. There is, but it looks like a very small cave. Yeah, this is an extremely tiny cave. Oh, RTP again. Oh god, this feels worse. It is so flat. Let's quickly get back home. There we go, and the rest of the berries go up here. think that's all of the evolution stone. No, missing water stone. Oh. Oh, that's perfect 64. That is satisfying. 64 with nothing extra. Okay, right there's where it's at. Let's throw the candies in there. How long until next RTP? 200 seconds. Not the worst. Okay, everyone's still out. Oh, that first over by this. Let's go check. 1 second. It said one of these chests was open for throwing birch in. Must be a different chest somewhere. Why is he standing on the Lapras? Oh. Minion was taken off my shoulder. Where is he? It feels like he's... Oh no, that's where he is. Oh. Well, that's the thing. Like horses. Like horses, flying mons, you can't not just hop on straight from there. Quick check. Apparently not. You know what? Let's teleport to the medical gym and hop down from there. So that's since there's a big area that could be around that. Wait 1 sec. I don't know why, but I remember that being a sky island. But it's obviously not. There we go, the medical gym. I don't know why I remember this being a sky island. That is an amazing cave. There's even another entrance down over there. Does it stretch? How far does it stretch back? Ah, it seems like it goes more up than back. Nope, the water's preventing me from using my dragon. Wait, right there. There we go. So it just stops, but stone. I think that's a moonstone. Yeah, that's a moonstone. I mean, not where I wanted to end. It doesn't feel like there's a different entrance then. Yeah, the other entrance is blocked by something. Well, let's check the one down here then. I see that over there. I would be able to ask Tangy if they're fine with me building what will be my gym close to theirs. Since this is pretty close, but this is an amazing looking spot. And this definitely is not the worst area to build in. It goes back so far. Oh. Raticate spawned, well not Raticate. Rattata spawned in water. This looks really good. If that is a raised up rest point from the rest of the water cave, that might actually be the perfect spot. I don't know how I'm supposed to get up there. I know I'm my dragon. I need to find one spot that's cleared enough without a dragon. Wait, there's webs. Why is there infested caves is connected up to this? Oh, this is amazing cave. Oh, why am I not using a boat? I really should have been doing this sooner. Oh, that's amazing. That you go straight through this one also. This is a giant entrance. Just look at that. This is an entire line for a cave. That is actually an amazing entrance. But it's so close to the medical gym. If I build it like here, it's not as bad, but still, that feels way too close. Compared to, I don't know who the other person is. Here I can ask Tangy if they're fine with me making a gym here. But if you look, gyms can set up towns next to them. The Fairy Town has one officially. Dark and Psychic, not officially, but they're actively being made. Steel Gym has a town around it. Most of the gyms have towns connected to them, or at least decently close to them. The only ones that aren't is like the Dragon Gym, which is on its own island. The Water Gym, which pretty obvious why it's underwater, but it still has something connected to it. Psychic Gym over there. The normal gyms here. It is technically connected to Northern Lights because it's close enough. I would consider it connected, since a single railway would work perfectly for that. Yeah, that's the thing. This feels way too close compared to all the others. If I zoom out, fully zoomed out, Steel and Medical feel like a decent distance. Where I am, which it would actually be even closer than this, because the Dragon Gym, yeah, this could be an entrance. I customized the area above it to be like a dragon's skull made into the rock, and an area around it changed a bit. Going in and turning off probably somewhere here or here for the dragon part. But look how close that is. I don't even know if this is 500 blocks. One second. Where I am standing, 315, 648, 6487. 6487 compared to medical gym, which I'll consider here the closest area. That's under 100 blocks. No, it's a little over 100 blocks, but it's under 200. If I remember right, it's recommended to be, what, 500 blocks? Why? I missed that. Well, this would be a great spot, but the medical gym is right there. Ah. Yeah. Not the best fly getting shot, unfortunately. Where would be a good spot to have? I would probably say the best spot is over there, or right here. I mostly feel bad for Marla. She's so sweet. She is, especially in the pacifist. This isn't the best spot for a gym. It doesn't really stretch well over here. There's that raised area. That's even closer to the other gym, though. Why does Sable keep getting taken off my shoulder? Aw. One, that's adorable. And two, yeah, it is sad. Especially when he shoots you, the little bit of joking. Oh, this is an amazing spot. But it is so close to the medical gym. Wait, there's a Gibble. I need to ask the medical gym leader. Yeah. Soroba definitely... It's not the hardest, but I would compare her difficulty to Sans. Honestly, probably a little harder than Sans. I need to ask Tangy when they get online if this... Well, not as much if this is too close for a gym, but if they're fine with me being this close. Because this is like the perfect spot for me to make a gym. More trouble with Zenith fights? Yeah, I had a lot of trouble with Zenith also. When Tangy gets on, I need to ask him about this. Because over there, having that entrance decorated to look like a dragon's head. Over here, not as much closing it off. I guess I could close it off. But yeah, about here, I could close it off. But I don't want to just completely shut off that side. Soroba is definitely my favorite character. That's a perfect arch for an entrance. I love you have to go far back in, split off to the right, to go into this little separate pocket. Clear this out of there. I could fit like a perfect dragon horde in here. I have to. wait for him to be on to ask about this, but this would be the best spot. Let me light it up. Oh, and what I was thinking before with new players, instead of having them enter through here and go to the right, the new players who haven't done a gym badge yet could enter through here. Like, I could take them with me through, either stop in one of these early areas, go past the actual gym spot, and like somewhere around probably one of these early offshoots, put in that, not dragon orphanage, but like a little dragon adoption thing, so the new players can choose a free dragon type. That would be amazing. I just can't start building here until I get permission from Tangy, because their gym is so close by. Let me type it in chat. Favorite fight is Flowey. Mine is Pacifist Soroba. So many shiny Wooloos. Love his theme. Same way with me and Soroba, but I like a lot of the music. His is one of the most unique fights because all of the different art styles. Have to ask Tangy about it. When they're on. I don't like how close it is to Medical Gym, but it is just that perfect of a spot. Big entrance here that could be decorated. The main thing is the entrance is here. Offshoot here or here for people who haven't done a gym yet. And then over here for the actual gym battles. It's another one of those bots. One moment. Let me just remove it. There we go. I don't know why they keep doing that with bots. The stupid best viewers all. That is a tiny area dose. It's a little baby. Oh my god, I love it. It is actually just a baby. Well, let's see how long it takes to catch it. Okay. Sure, game. It's actually a tiny. It is one of the smallest area doses possible. One moment. Check Poke size. Pull up mine. Area dose. It is 0.46. That's not the smallest, since I think the current smallest is 0.36, 0.37. Found a 0.46 area dose. Hey gamer, if you're still there, do you want to nickname this? This little baby of an area dose. It's almost small enough where it would fit on my shoulder if it was allowed. Not even almost, it is. A Minior, I think, might actually be bigger than it. Actually, Sableye's bigger than it, and he actually just sits on your shoulder. That is really good. One moment. Okay. So, yeah, I have to wait for Tangy to get on to ask about this. So, let's keep searching for gyms. But this is probably what I'm going to stick with. Well, I'm going to stick with this if Tangy's fine with it. There we go. Tiny Ariados have near the very top. Well, it's RTP again. Oh. That is definitely a unique structure shape. If there's an entrance here... Ah, no, it just drops into a ravine. I was hoping it was more circular entrance, but just a drop will not work. Oh. Those look pretty good up there. But I would not use those for a dragon den. That's for sure. I could probably commission one of the players to help build the gym. I keep falling into holes. That's a snowy one. Let's go check that out. I've already explored this. Well, keep exploring then. Let's keep exploring this way. Well, honestly, thankfully that didn't spawn on me because the speed that I'm going. Oh, someone's platform is here. Well, we're definitely not making one here. In case anyone's wondering why that's there, a lot of people make those platforms in the sky to have an easier time finding certain Pokemon. It helps a lot for going back and forth. What are they all talking about? There, let it roll that way a little bit. These platforms usually have rails here, so the minecart moves up and down this repeatedly, and eventually on the movement up and down this, when you hit the edge, I think up to halfway, or probably a little over half, gets despawned. Then you go on the other half gets despawned. So it's one of the easiest ways of clearing out the mobs without just flying in a single straight line. What the? That is an actual wall of ice. Wait, that's a multi-layered wall of ice. I didn't want to fight Hydra. I didn't want to fight that. Ow. 2 points of damage, but that's 2 more points than I needed to take. The thing is, it's my flying mon that's in here. Look at that wall. My God. That is intense with how steep this is. Wait, there's... Oh, someone's making a platform up there. I'm probably not going to find one here if someone's making a platform. This is... I'm pretty sure this isn't someone's house. Yeah, this isn't. Well, a bunch of food. Oh yeah, a bunch of items in these also. Is there anything here that's important? Power Snow doesn't make anything. Snow... I need it for a Bomb of Snow, at least. And ice is just packed ice, which is never melt, which I already have. And blue ice. Okay, so I can make the Rotom fridge. That's a lot of ice. That is a huge amount. So 9 times 9 times 3. That's only 3. It would probably be easier just to buy it from someone. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom quickly. So the music will keep playing in the background, but I'll be right back. I have returned. Let me get Minecraft pulled back up. And quick refresh to the chat. There we go. Perfect. Wandering, yeah, that is one of the lists. I was slightly worried it was showing one that wasn't a part of the list. There we go. You probably see that. That's because I was typing on Discord while talking. The thing is, Tangy said it was okay. I just want them to see the area first. Since I'm happy that that area that looks great can be used. That's just the big thing. I want to make sure that they're fine with it because of how it's built. Thankfully, I don't need to extend it too far, but y'all know I'm a warrior. Let me get the stream manager pulled back up so I can see all your guys' chats. There we go. This is so high up compared to that. I really like the look of this glacier chasm, but yeah, that. Someone's making sky platforms. Even if this area looked like, I'm being honest, it being ice puts me off. It wasn't this much ice. Then I would be willing to do this instead of the one next to the medical gym. But with the sheer size of the thing, yeah, they are actively building it. If this wasn't here and there was a good looking cave, well, at the very least, I can actually get stuff set up for a dragon's den. Yeah, slow fall takes a lot longer to fall down. So, there is a few more things I need to do. I want a dumbed down team for new players. And then I need a team without Terrapagos. A team without Terrapagos specifically for casual, since there's two ways you can fight gyms. There's one, competitive. Not all gym leaders do the exact same ones. Some are more specified. But competitive means gimmick and or legendary. While casual means no gimmick, no legendary. The double leaders usually say no gimmick. I'm being honest, I love the look of this plant. Can I? No, I would have to physically grow them. One second, I'm gonna grab shears. That's completely wrong with what I was planning. Maybe place this in the berry chest. Well, actually, no. This is the type, ghost type berries. There we go. Glimmer plushie, which is really good. Just throw all the cooked stuff in here. I consider bread cooked, since wheat gets made into bread. Let's see. So this order. Yeah, that's the thing about raids. You can't join mid-raid. No, can't. Really tempted to hunt the meat pizza. I'm not gonna be eating. That is to set here on the table. The nigiri and onigiri is what I would actively use, which is a lot of rice, which you get a good amount of rice, but that is 4 things of rice, 4 things of noiri, which that's either dried or dried kelp or regular kelp on a cutting board, and then salmon fillet and cod fillet, which I don't know if that's the cooked versions or not, since it doesn't count cutting board as a crafting method. Okay. Alright, evolution items. There we go. Honestly, let's evolve the 2 char cadets I have now. Let's see. So, special physical. Right? Yeah. There we go. Time to evolve them both. Char Cadet and Armor Rouge. That looks really good, but yeah, you cannot do anything equipped-wise with the 2 of them. You can't use them as a mount or have them like sitting on your shoulders. Would be funny though. Oh right, it's not at the point where we'd get Burning Blade. Well, Bitter Blade. Nope, not Held Item. And then this one has a unique attack also. I think they're both fire, but I'm not 100% sure. But there we go. Armor Rouge and Cerulean Edge. Is there anything else I can evolve? Growlithe can. It's not a good Growlithe, though. Ivies and Eevees don't matter too much, since you can get bottle caps for Ivies. And Eevees, people just sell vitamins. And so you can physically craft them. This is actually something big. Grottles. I can't evolve them yet, but if I get extra XP candies, I will definitely show you all. Quickly check this one here. Yep, none of the mons hit the borders. They actually turned down base Minecraft music. There we go. I need to go raid stuff if I want more. Okay. Ow. Might be a good idea to get a back brace or something. Well, I'll need to pull up images of dragon dens. Is the aesthetic I don't have a exact look for, but the idea of how I want it to generally look would be good. I know I'm gonna need a giant Hydreigon though, so that's gonna have to be CC'd. That's gonna be annoying. Don't need a max size, I just need a size big enough. Something that would work is an extra large plush. That would actually work really well. I don't think the shop sells plushes for Hydreigon, like though. I think it's the extra small legendaries. Thankfully, you can just buy these. It's not much, but the coral blocks, the different sized buds, lichen, the blocks of tumblestones, which you can actually turn into balls, crying obsidian, lodestone, a lot of items, even the frog lights. I don't think most people know about this. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. I think I just need 6 then. It's just swapping the lapis out for these. Yeah, 16. There we go. I guess I could put my own badge up here. Yeah, that's not the best look, but that did. Yeah, that it's not the best, but it does work. It's still the same thing. This one's just straight view. Yes, trash is here. And then having one of these down here. Not the best. I have benches here, but I want most people to be able to rest. And it's not like this is my living spot. My living stuff is above. Yeah, this doesn't become anything. Okay, yeah. Just trash those pretty much then. These sit here for a minute. I don't know when it despawns though. The trash deletes. If I'm right, it's just the top half that deletes. I don't know how to get rid of it. How to empty a trash can. Let's do that and purposely leave one there. I just realized I didn't have a single thing of lapis yet. There we go. I need dragon things for these. Okay, so you can find them or craft them with razor fangs. Yes. Oh, Terrapagos didn't know Aura Spear. I didn't even know we could learn Aura Spear. I actually just generally did not know that Terrapagos got Aura Spear. I wouldn't be bad to grab then. The thing is, Terra pretty much always... It's not guaranteed, but they're pretty much always the one using their Terra. been 2 hours. I think that might be enough streaming. Yeah, we could go a little longer. Is there anything I want to switch that for? Let me pull up the calculator. Pokemon type calculator. So offensive, normal, stellar, ice, ground, and rock. I'll keep stellar turned off for now. So nothing resists that combination of attacks. There is a good chunk of neutrals. What if I switch rock for... Well, not rock. Oh. Glamour is the one with power gem. 893. It is... Wait. No, 389. So, I would be able to hit 800 Mons, 7.5, or 775, 4.7. What if I do ground instead of... Oh. If I do fighting instead of ground, I do... That's just actually worse. What about fighting instead of ice? Fighting instead of ice is worse, if I'm right. 423,775. Yeah, it is worse. 476,722. Really, the only one is switching rock for fighting. Rock for fighting is technically better. That does make sense, since the types that rock hits for super effective is flying, and is it only flying fire? Flying fire, ice. Which, fire wouldn't get hit super effectively anymore. Flying still gets hit by ice. And fighting would hit ice. There'll be overlap with earth on the rocks and steel, but what are the types that don't get hit? At least neutral. Well, at least super effectively. So normal, water, fairy, dark, psychic. A lot of this. So is it just those 4? Psychic, water, normal. There's fighting. Dark? Okay, yeah. It seems like it's just those. No, ghost. Oak, steel, fairy. Ice ground. Ice ground makes sense because ice resisting itself. And rock ground resists rock. I always forget about that. What about fighting? So fighting does hit all of those, but now I don't hit bug. So I don't hit fire, flying, water, bug. What else? Still don't hit Psychic or Fighting. Here we go, that's a lot simpler. So, I hit at least super effectively on 11 types. So it's normal, fighting, ghost, water, psychic, dark, and fairy that I don't hit, at least that I don't hit super effectively. If I switch to fighting, that drops. It dropped by 1. So, adding fighting, yeah, if I add fighting, then normal and dark gets removed from the list, but bug gets added. The thing is, not a lot of people use bug types, so that wouldn't be the worst one to switch out. It is tempting. The thing is, you would think like, oh, I have 2 mons already with rock coverage. I don't have stuff with rock coverage. I have Glamora, but their priority is Stealth Rock Mortal Spin. So if they survive 3 hits, they're really fast, so they almost always get 1 off first, but they still need to survive at least 2, and then Power Gem. And Stardust has Earthquake Iron Head, because I don't want to give it Stone Edge. Yeah, Shell Smash, Acrobatics, Earthquake, Iron Head. Let's do this. So, I'm gonna count it Terapagos Stellard. Which means everything's hit at least neutrally. Well, it's safer to not count that in case I decide to use Stellar on Stardust or something. Not Stellar on Stardust. Terra on Stardust. So, normal, rock, ground, ice. Rock. I wouldn't consider that poison. Same as Rapid Spin, it's here, but it does no damage. So, Glamora does the same damage types Terapagos does, but with a very weak poison move that's better utility than the extremely powerful, usually Stellar. Glamora is just that helpful though. So Dragon, Dark, Fire, Bug, U-turn. Same way that I'm not counting poison, I won't count bug. Acrobatic, Earthquake, Iron Head. Foul Play, Dark's already counted. Focus Blast, but I plan on that being Z Focus Blast. The Z Crystal. But Ghost. Since that's going to be Z Focus Blast, I am going to add Fighting coverage to this list. And Terapagos I already counted. So I don't... not counting the utility moves on these two, Mortal Spin, U-turn, it is Bug, Poison, Water, Grass, Electric, Psychic, Fairy. So there is 9 mons I don't hit neutrally, which is water, water fairy, water ground. Dark ghost, but that's obvious. Dark ghost is specifically fairy. It's pretty much all water. Water types. Okay, Dark Psychic is another one. That's more obvious. Dark Psychic kind of needs Bug to hit it super effectively. It's mostly pure waters that I have to worry about. The thing is, the casual team means I don't use Terrapagos or any gimmicks, which that means I'll have my Dragonite, Scale Shot, Extreme Speed, Thunder Punch, Dragonite. Yeah, that helps a lot because that knocks off a huge chunk. That would leave Bug. Yeah, just switching Dragonite with Terrapagos is perfect. I don't even need to level up Dragonite much, since I'm pretty sure he's already maxed out. It might not be EV-wide, he is EV-wise. That sits like that, but I know this is maxed out. It's just bottle caps don't show it maxed. And yeah, Adamant Mint. This Dragonite's already set up. Dragon Dance Extreme Speed is safe or Extreme Speed won't kill. Scale Shot or Thunder Punch if it's super effective and Dragon Dance is off. The thing is, I'm only doing one dragon. I definitely would have it so casual they would have to deal with a Dragonite setting up on them instead of Hydreigon. Because Dragonite would be the scary thing, not Hydreigon. If there's no Terrapagos. I need one more Mon. One more non-dragon Mon. Honestly, a bit hard to find a good one for it. Yeah, grass does not fit in the slightest. Maybe Brute Bonnet, but that's a restricted area on that. Ice doesn't fit at all. Fighting technically could, but it's not the best. I mean, Crobat would be amazing, actually. You would find bats in caves, so you would expect a bat to be in the Dragon Den, and that means I have another poison type, poison flying specifically. One second, let me search up. I know that Crobat's a physical attacker. That would hit poison. That would be poison. And I know it gets X Scissor, which hit Bug. So really the only thing I wouldn't hit super effectively now is Water. And because Dragonite, there's only 13 types I wouldn't hit super effectively. Which is Water, Ground, which means Ice types. Well, Water, Ground, which unless I had Freeze Dry, which obviously don't. And Dark Ghost. So really the best thing for them to bring against me is a Fairy and Grass team. Well, not Fairy Grass. I can actually deal with Fairy Grass. They want to bring a team that's weak to Fairy and Grass type moves because I can't hit those. So Swampert, Sableye. Really, that's the only two. Sableye, same way that I'm using it, can work as either a support or a disrupt. I'm doing a support. Since it's supposed to support Stardust and Hydreigon getting in. But it can also support these two if needed. Since Encore Reflect Light Screen helps a lot. Because it can force them to stay in a ground type move, which means Stardust gets a free Shell Smash. It can force them to not use fighting moves or stuck on ghost moves, which Terra can take advantage of. And that's the main weakness of Terrapagos, a strong fighting move when it Terras. It can also lock you off of Fairy moves, Fairy, Bug, and fighting moves, which really just gives Hydreigon an easy Draco Meteor. Yeah, Minion is one of the best mods on the team, support-wise, because Encore Reflect Light Screen, if used right, can really break a team. Yeah, I'm gonna use a Crobat. Neither of them are good. I'm gonna have to get a gold cap. But, oh, that's the thing that's gonna really mess people up. My primary team, the comp team, is a heavy special team, where it has 3 special attackers. Technically 4. Actually, yeah, it has 4 special attackers. Sableye with Foul Play going off your attack stat. And Stardust. The thing is, Minion plus Stardust can easily take advantage of any Blissey. Glimmora poisons it. Minion comes out and encores it into a healing move. And then Stardust comes out, Shell Smashes. And then Iron Head, Earthquake, Acrobatics. Like, that's the thing. This team can do well. The main thing is, if you're using a Mon that can't deal with a Golden Goat easily, but weak to fighting, Z Focus Blast instead of Terroring would be the best combination. What I'm gonna do is take advantage of Crobat with Dragonite. Because what I've noticed, comp teams are harder to beat than casual normally, but a lot of the gym leaders is the other way around. You want to fight them comp. Because your legendary can usually get more use out of than theirs. And a lot of the time, I've been beating gym leaders' legendaries somewhat easily. It's the hardest gym I've had to beat wasn't even using their legendary. They were doing gimmick no legendary. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna want to use a Crobat. That's another thing I could do. I could do Crobat instead of Minior, because overall Crobat could technically be stronger. Since it could be a similar setup. Crobat is extremely tempting to use. Let's set up Crobat, because there's the chance that when I can make a gym, they might not agree with Stardust fitting the theme. Since the theme is a dragon's den, so it would be the den badge. One Dragonite, or at least one dragon type, which Hydreigon I say fits best. And then the mons that would be found inside of said den. Golden Go being the Dragon's Horde of Gold, which I chose the full Netherite version, because why would if a dragon had to choose between pretty much Golden Go's made of gold, full scrap statch. Golden Go is not only rare, would be more expensive. This is the better one to have. Terapagos is the main treasure / artifact hidden in the den. Minion is the dragon's minion, which also fits that they're both dark types. Stardust is supposed to be one of the treasures in the den. Either treasure in the den or part of the rock wall. But honestly, they might not allow that to work. But Glamora works perfectly. Glamora is a part of the den. Yeah, Dragonite's is prepared already. I'm gonna get a Crobat set up to replace Stardust. I don't want to replace Stardust, but Stardust would fit the den theme better. There would be bats in a dragon's den. because the dragon wouldn't care about the bats. Technically, Swoobat would work better because the dragon doesn't care about the bats, because the bat's strongest psychic attacks wouldn't do any damage and it could instantly take it out. But I'm saying like this. Zubats, Crobats are very common in caves, even caves with dragon types in it. The bats were already there when the dragon moved in. Yeah. So, main team has Stardust on it, but get a Crobat set up. Does the Crobat have any EVs? It shouldn't. Okay, I do need a gold cap. I have some EVs already, that's good. Well, EV items. It's obviously attack speed. Do I want the ability Patchet? It's inner focus right now. What's its hidden ability? Let's actually look at it in competitive first. Infiltrator, that's actually really good. Non-standard national dex, which I'm fine with. So it's really a utility mon. Brave Bird, Roost, Super Fang to half the opponent's health. Either that or Taunt, and then U-turn Defog. But the thing is, it's just based on the set that it usually has. Let's check a previous one, because I want to have this be an attacking Crobat. It looks like its hidden ability's Infiltrator, which is definitely better. Huh, it seems like it's almost always pivot / utility. Why does it have a nasty plot set? Oh, Giga Drain. And it also gets Heat Wave. That makes more sense then. The thing is, Crobat's a strong physical attacker. A strong physical attacker. Hmm. The thing is, it seems like it's taking even more of a set that Meteor does. Rocks isn't really used. I don't need to worry as much because Glamora. Yeah, I wouldn't heavy duty. It does get Brave Bird instead of Acrobatics. It seems like the best setup for it is utility. Brave Bird, U-turn, Defog, Roost. Or Super Fang instead of Defog. Like, Super Fang's not bad. It halves Pokemon's health. I want a physical one, but I'm gonna pull up a different mon. I'd much rather convince them to let me use Stardust because it is very unique. And I would use Stardust as my beginner mon. I would use Stardust as my beginners one, so they have to know. They see that, like, hey, this mon can suddenly set up and get an extremely strong attack on you. So they need to be prepared for stuff like that, because other gym leaders use that often. Pretty much you can't let Stardust set up. If you let Stardust set up, especially if you get her to half health while she's set up Shell Smash, then you're kind of just done for. Especially if either you don't 2-hit KO, like if you can't take him out with your next hit, or it one-shots you, it just runs with the game. Because yeah, shield's down. It's 60. I think it's 60 attack, 60 speed. I think it's 60 attack, 80 speed, and then it flips to 100 attack and 120 speed. It gets a huge amount of speed. That plus White Herb Shell Smash means you're dealing with a 100 base stat. I don't remember how strong Acrobatics is. It's doubles. I know that for sure. Okay, so if you let this set up and get its shield down, then you're dealing with a 100 base stat, 110 power Acrobatics, going off of its 120 speed with a +2 in speed and attack. Like, that is very strong for a newbie team. So that's really what I want them to learn. You have to play around that. Especially, you need to realize, hey, it doesn't have a rock type move. You don't need to be worried about that. So something like a bulky Fire Flying is a really good choice. Or Flying Water. You need something bulky that its 3 moves don't hit. That's why I gave it Iron Head instead of going with recommended Stone Edge. Ow. I love Cerberus. There we go. Let's make sure to get at least 1 kill. There you go. That's the thing is, a lot of people try one-shotting Glim, but it's best to actually get your own stuff set up while two-shotting Glim. And it's pretty much guaranteed to mortal spin you. So something like Skarmory, where you can set up on it, is best. But that's why I did have to learn Power Gem. So, most likely something with Levitate's better. I know this for sure, the Dragon Daycare I'm gonna make, I'm gonna have a pasture block for all the different dragon types. Let me do this, since newbies get a free dragon type. I want to give them the Applin, but water or grass. Okay. So, orange, yellow, or pink? Well, looks like they're getting pink Tatsu. There we go. And then I'll throw this here just for it to be wonder traded. Check. Yep, check high areas and other biomes. Wait, I don't want to say it when it's too high level. I'm not going to hand them something that's extremely high level. 30. Did I spell that right? No, RNY. If their highest level is below 30. Okay. I'm gonna give them the pink mini ore. Yeah, I'm gonna give him the pink mini ore. So many people don't realize that. Well, I have an extra mini ore now. Guilds haven't fully lifted off. Right here. Guilds haven't fully lifted off yet, but hypothetically, they're nice since guilds offer perks depending on the guild, like XP, plushies, guild raids. There are no super fleshed out guilds on the server at the moment, to my knowledge. Also, shiny spooky choke. Yeah, that's very cool, by the way. No one has it, but it's sick. Oh. Yeah, this actually, I'm gonna do this. I'm kind of thinking I either could do it, so I would talk. This is more talking with some others. I could do it where I have a dragon type for newbies trying gyms, or I don't have a dragon type. I'm thinking do have dragon type, because that keeps it consistent. But it would make sense to not have a dragon type. No, I'm gonna have it so I have a dragon type for newbies doing the beginner gym. Why is this one in psychic? It's not psychic, it's ground. There we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna do Crobat. I don't see a reason why they would say no to Stardust. Because, yeah, Miniors aren't in caves. But it's very likely a shiny Minior landed, and either it... I could do that as like a lore thing for the cave. Terapagos was found by Hydreigon. Its dormant form was brought into the cave. The crystals already were in the cave when the Hydreigon started living there. And Stardust is the meteor that originally fell. Like, meteor fell into the cave. That meteor was Stardust. And shiny Minior never came out of the cave. It stayed in the cave, and crystals grew around them, causing the Hydreigon, Sableye, and Glamora to appear. Hydreigon because it would make sense for a dragon to live in a crystal cave. Oh, that's good. I didn't even realize you were here. It didn't show for me. It's always easier for me to think out loud. I thought I was alone that entire time. Definitely tell me how they like it. Yeah, I'm gonna do a dragon type in the gym. Not Glamora though. Let's do it so the beginner trial. None of the other gym leaders do this, but I'm gonna do a beginner trial. Let's do Carbink, Minior, one of the pre-evolved dragon types, maybe second stage dragon, and then one other mon. I'm gonna do a chest gimme ghoul. Oh yeah, server resets. I don't know the exact amount of time, but the server not reset, but does a quick restart every once in a while. Yeah, I definitely recommend her to do Pacifist. Pacifist is definitely the best way of doing it. Isn't shiny... Wait, shiny Carbink the same color as... She has played Undertale Deltarune? That's actually really good. Because I would call Undertale Yellow to be harder than both of them. Flesh Wiki. Carbink. So Carbink are more likely to be female than male. Oh yeah, definitely have sturdy Carbink to act as Focus Sash. Aspects? Okay, that doesn't do anything. No evolutions. Okay, yeah. It would be set level 50, so that's perfect. I would still do the strongest moves I can get. And min-max the Mons. I just wouldn't try extremely hard with the team. So, light screen, reflect, stealth rock, moonblast. Doesn't even get. It does get reflect. Okay. So Carbink would take the place of Glimora and Sableye. Okay, I need a Carbink. Oh, I forgot why I pulled that up. Spawn locations. So pretty much everywhere. Between 25 and level 25 and 50 underground. Okay. So I'm gonna have to hunt for that. Shiny Carbink would be good, but I'd rather just keep one. Shiny Carbink would make so much more sense if it matches this, but I don't think it does. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do next. Shiny Carbink. Okay, we'll be back in that in a moment. Pull up a notepad. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. I will need to physically type out what my teams, 3 teams are gonna have. Yeah, I'll keep Hydreigon on the harder team. I need a good physical mon. I'm gonna have to search that up. There's no... I don't think there's a sleeping animation for Terrapagos. Since a sleeping Terrapagos being in its shell, so it's just the gem, would look amazing for decoration. Yeah, let me get it typed out a bit. Glamora, which is on both teams. Hydreigon's also both teams. Sableye both. I don't know how to spell Goldango. Hold, so G hold, and go. And the final one, Terrapagos. Wait, no, I'm forgetting him on. Oh, right. Minior. I won't say the name out loud just in case you have me hearable to them. So, but honestly, that's funny hearing that be said for the name. Just hit the 3-hour mark. I'll do this as Swilus instead of Hydreigon for the weaker team. And then I don't know if I want to do 4 or 5 Mons for the newbie fight. I'll do 5 for the newbie fight. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. Just a bunch of X on the 6 slot. Check my PC. So I will need to hunt a dino, but I might find one of those before finding a Carbink. If not, I'm pretty sure I could just find one in the deep dark eventually. And then a Gimme Ghoul, the chest Gimme Ghoul. Gimme Ghoul, chest. I don't know how to spell Swilus, but keep that there. So I need to figure out one more Mon I would have on the weaker team. I'll probably have it be whatever the pre-evolution of the casual one will be. Yeah, I don't think I have any mons that fit, though. I mean, a Noibat could work, but it's a dragon type that evolves into a big dragon type. So there would be a fight between the two dragons if it's there. I mean, I can't blame them for liking Rousey. Hopefully they didn't do the weird route. Wait, Wait, actually, Gigalith could be a good Mon based on what set is. No movesets for Gigalith. Rock Blast / Stone Edge, Earthquake, Protector, Toxic, and Stealth Rock. So it would be a second Stealth Rocker. Laron could work. Yeah, I need to search up a Mon to use for the third slot. Well, not third, the fifth slot. Oh. It's almost been 3 hours and 15. Jeez. Someone shoved Dratini around. Hopefully he doesn't bring me a gilded chest with actual guest chest. Gimme ghoul. Ah. I'm misspelling. Oh, H. I mean, I'm not upset about the chest. Oh, whoever's it here, gamer, I think maybe one other person, you'll see a legendary thought. Oh, that is giant. I also YouTuber I watch playing Until Yellow. They finished Pacifist and Neutral right now on Genocide. Oh, they did Pacifist Neutral, or did he do actual Pacifist? Because that's two different things. I'm guessing you mean they finished Pacifist and Neutral. Well, let's see how hard of a time he'll have on Soroba and Marlet. Hopefully this Metacritic doesn't just sweep me now. Oh, Iron Defense. Right now on Soroba, I had to help him. Legendary Poison, Legend Ice. I don't think Sage has a gym. I'm gonna quickly swap off the chat. I want to check again, see if Sage has a gym. Oh, well, let me... I heard that noise. My friend is like, bats attacking me. Let's see, FAQ. Gyms. Sage is a gym. I definitely want to see if they're taking challengers. let's put these in. There we go. Okay, yeah, I already have an ability patch, so I don't need to buy that. Thank God. Ability patches are the most expensive thing in this server. I don't know why that's entertaining. Alright, doesn't get down another layer. Okay, so I need a random hole that leads down to Y25, Y50. I have not seen a single chest carving. Well, not chest carving. Chest gimme ghoul. One moment. I know they spawn. Spawn locations. Yeah, almost everywhere. Jesus. Let's find a good sized cave I can use. Well, I do have a caves thing, but it's not the best. It's a small, deep, dark. Wait, okay, Minior does spawn underground. I actually did not know that. Right here spawns Minior. Okay, there's no more viewers. I probably shouldn't stream. At least it's telling me there's no more. Okay, yeah, there's no more. Oh. It's time to end stream.